Hi, I'm Ken Ham, President of Answers in Genesis, the Creation Museum, and the exciting coming Ark Encounter, the life-size Noah's Ark that opens on July 7. And there are a lot of construction workers here today. It's Saturday morning, and we came down early, and they're working hard on not only finishing up the rest of the Ark structure, but the guest services building, the zoo, the petting zoo, the zipline course, the parking lot, the ticket offices, and then inside they've been installing exhibits. Absolutely mind-blowing. I'll put some photographs on my Facebook over the next 2-3 days of just to show you what is happening inside with some of the exhibit installation. But we're up here on the roof of the Ark. This is a really intriguing place to be. And you can see, we'll see if we can zoom in, but they've actually put in the circle road, the drop-off area now, where the shuttle buses, when they come up from the valley after leaving the parking lot, they'll come up here, and they're putting in the guest services building over there where people can pick up wheelchairs and strollers and so on. You can see the drop-off area. There's a vehicle driving around there right now. So they've got that blacktop in. They're getting the lake prepared. They've got some more work to do on the lake, and then they'll fill that with water and put some landscaping around the lake. If we look down behind me here, you can see the skylights they put in the top of the Ark, and the light that comes in is absolutely incredible. It comes in and goes through the Ark, and of course there's going to be light all through the Ark from, well, they're chandeliers that look like oil lamps, and they've got a lot of those in right now too. They're not lit up, but they've got them in. So as we move back here, right on the roof, you can see over the back of the Ark, past the tower. There's 3 of those large towers that the Ark anchors to. You can see a building, that's the Camel and Donkey building, but we'll just walk along the top here so we can get a view of more of the rest of the petting zoo. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go down a bit here, and as we go down on this roof, we'll be able to see more of the petting zoo. You can see the back of the Ark here. Actually, you see the big air conditioning units. There's 3 of those, 3 90-ton units, and then there's many other units as well. I think there's about 38 other units too. So that everyone will be nice and cool in the summer and nice and warm in the winter, because this is going to be open all year round, 363 days a year. It won't be open Christmas and Thanksgiving Day, same as the Creation Museum. And as you look over the back there, we can see here the building, the large building on the left. The one on the right is for the camels and donkeys, and there's a camel ride being constructed just beside that, and donkey rides just beside that. But then to the left, the other building people won't be allowed into, the public, that's just for the animals. But on the left, that building that they're building right now, that's actually the petting zoo. It's quite a large building. You go inside there, there'll be lots of animals in there, fun animals that love attention and love people. And then behind that you can start to see some of the other shelters, and they're putting in pens there for some of the other animals as part of the Ararat Ridge Zoo. They've already fenced off some acreage here for the zoo, and we'll increase that over time. Then as we look around to the right here, be able to see the first of the zipline towers. In fact, what we'll do is we'll walk around the side of the Ark here, and you'll be able to see the first of the zipline towers, and I think there's going to be a free fall on that as well. But you can see they've constructed that, and they put the first zipline wire in. It goes across that valley, across the other side. We'll see if we can show that in a moment. In the back there, if we can zoom in on that, you should be able to see the parking lot. 4,000 car spaces. It's already lined now. You can see part of the shuttle road that comes down the valley. They poured the concrete on the bridge, so the bridge is almost complete now. Crosses a beautiful creek down there in the valley, and then they come up and get dropped off here at the Ark. And the ticket offices are under construction there as well. Shuttles, I believe there's another 3 shuttles coming over during the next week to 10 days. They're made in California, these big buses, and they drive them over. And for the next week, as they're being driven over, next week, 10 days or so, they're actually stopping at churches and other places along the way, and we've got some competitions. It'll all be on my Facebook, it'll be on our other social media that we have, and encourage you to follow along with that so that you can follow those buses coming across and find out if they're going to be in your area, because they're coming across many different states, and you can go and get your photograph with these buses that are beautifully wrapped. Okay, so we're looking there again at the first of the zipline towers. Now as we come right up on the top of the ark here at the stern, so I'm right on the stern here, and this is where I'm standing. You can see the rudder here, the top of the rudder of the stern. And again, as we look back over behind me, you can see where the shuttle road comes out of the valley. The shuttles come up here. You can see the drop-off road again, that circle there in front of the lake where the shuttles come around. So you start to see this now and understand. So the shuttles will drop off there. Now beyond that will be phase 2 that we hope to begin fairly soon once the ark opens. And they'll be beginning phase 2, which is the walled city. But they still will have all sorts of things that we'll be doing here at the ark as well. Now on the other end, you can't see the restaurant from here, but a 1,500 seat restaurant. It's well under construction. I'm amazed at how much work they've done just in the last few days. But we can't walk along that part of the roof to see the restaurant, but it's down the other end and it's quite spectacular. So there we are, Saturday morning, Memorial Day weekend. And just to remind everybody, Memorial Day weekend, because of that, on Memorial Day, on Monday, at the Creation Museum, which is 45 minutes from the Ark, the Creation Museum, which of course has been open now for 9 years. This is our 9th anniversary. 9 years since we opened the Creation Museum. We opened it Memorial Day weekend 2007. We've had over 2.6 million people come to the Creation Museum. Here's the interesting thing with the Ark, they're predicting, the research predicts about minimum 1.4 million, but up to 2.2 million. Many people are saying around 2 million people a year. It'll double or more the attendance at the Creation Museum. And this Monday, Memorial Day, veterans, military people are allowed in free to the Creation Museum. And right now, we do have our buy 2 adult tickets, get 4 kids tickets, up to 4 kids tickets free at the Creation Museum until the end of June. And so I encourage people to take advantage of that. Buy 2 adult tickets, get 4 children's tickets, up to 4 children, free at the Creation Museum until the end of June. Now, if you're a veteran or military and you get a free ticket on Monday and you have another adult with you who's a paying adult, unless you're both veterans, but basically your free ticket counts towards the buy 2 tickets, get 4 children free. And so buy 2 adult tickets. So your free ticket, if you're a veteran or in the military on Monday, that free ticket counts as one of those 2 tickets to get up to 4 children free. And we wanted to honour those who have served this country, who have died for this country, and those who are serving in the military. And so that's our special day on Monday at the Creation Museum. But we're here today on the roof of the Ark Encounter and just looking at the surrounding countryside. What a beautiful place. We have 800 acres here, 800 beautiful acres, and the acreage is rolling hills, the rolling hills of Kentucky, all green now since winter is over, spring now moving into summer, the leaves are all back on the trees. It's a beautiful place. And eventually, once we open the restaurant up here on the roof of the Ark, not where I'm standing, but underneath here there's a roof deck, people will be able to walk out on the side of the Ark and they'll be able to get most of this sort of view. So this is just a unique opportunity I have today of being up here on the roof of Noah's Ark, the most authentic, largest reconstruction of Noah's Ark in the world. It opens July 7 here in Williamstown, Kentucky. We're south of Cincinnati, halfway between Cincinnati and the city of Lexington. We're 45 minutes from the Creation Museum. These 2 sister attractions will be 2 of the greatest Christian attractions and greatest Christian outreaches in the world. And so appreciate your prayers as we continue to get things done here. I'm amazed at the exhibit. I think the exhibits, when people walk through, are going to shock people. I think just coming here and seeing this ark is going to shock people, just the size of it. And then seeing the timber work inside, people are just going to stand there with their mouths open. And then the exhibits, I've never seen anything like it in any museum anywhere in the world. When I see what they're putting in here, the talent and what's happening, I just I just stand there myself and just absolutely amazed. So let's just go down here off the very peak of the roof. We'll go to the side here of the Ark as we start to finish up this live broadcast and just give you a peek over the side here. You can see the lake area where they've been really working hard on that, getting that all prepared, and the lake area will be open. Well, it's going to be ready for the public when we open July 7. It'll be filled with water, and there'll be plants around it too. We'll have instant gardens. We've got the plants already in our greenhouses. We've already got a large horticultural area and greenhouses, and we've got thousands and thousands of plants. And so there's going to be a lot of people very busy leading up to opening. We're not going to get everything done by opening, but that was the same with the Creation Museum. We didn't have everything done, and we were able to keep enhancing it. In fact, we've been enhancing the Creation Museum for 9 years. We'll continue to do that here, but there's a lot more that's going to go in here. This is quite a massive complex. So let me get back on camera here, and we'll just wind up here from Williamstown, Kentucky, Memorial Day weekend. And how would you like to spend Memorial Day weekend standing on the roof of the Ark, of Noah's Ark? Well, I'm not going to spend the whole weekend here. I just spent a few minutes up here, but what a place to be, Memorial Day weekend on the roof of Noah's Ark. What a unique opportunity the Lord has allowed me to have here. And so I'll be signing off here from Northern Kentucky, Williamstown, south of Cincinnati, the Ark Encounter. Go to arkencounter.com, arkencounter.com, find out more details.